Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of UCash Crypto. Today we've got an extremely important Bitcoin update video for you guys today. The weekly close is about to happen in 2 hours and the breakout or breakdown for Bitcoin is imminent. So let's begin. Here we have our 4-hour candles and we're squeezing into this symmetrical triangle where we have this long-term line of resistance here and this line of support here on the 4-hour candles, as well as I have this dotted trend line drawn kind of around where most of the candle body closes were on the 1 hour, and it is holding an extreme amount of importance right now, as well as this level I want to outline real quick, which is the $11,400 price level. Now, as you guys can see on the 4-hour candles, it's been lots of support and resistance flips, as well as most of the candle bodies have been all around this range. And recently, with our 4-hour candle that we are on right now, we actually wicked down to this level and we found the buying pressure. So we're literally being squeezed so tight between our high right here and our low right here. If we want to outline this, we'd put it about here at 11,005, and we have our bottom one around 11,004, and this is going to be the determining factor. So the first thing, let's zoom in on the lower time frames. All right, so now we've zoomed in actually to the 1-hour time frame, and we need to look at what is potentially to happen. So we still have our downward sloping trend line right here where we've still found that sell pressure, but we found support now twice at this level, pretty strong support. You can see we have the candle body closes at this level right here, and then we came all the way back up to our trend line, wicked all the way down, and then closed all the way right here, which was a very bullish sign, and this candle has pushed us up again. So now on the 1-hour candles, we're just waiting for a close above 11,500, which will send us higher to our measure move price target, or if we close below 11,400, then that will move us down to our measure move price target to the downside. So with that being said, let's actually figure out what our measure move price targets would be. So to do this, we're going to go back to the 4-hour candles and take a look. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to zoom out here to really get the full picture of what's going on. We can see that we broke out of this larger triangle to the upside, so coming back down to retest it would be nice, as well as we have this line, which I'm just going to make red for the time being, so we know it's a resistance trend line where we found sell pressure here, sell pressure here, sell pressure here, sell pressure here, and then with one more move up, this could be our level, as well as I have this $11,900 level outlined as well, because it is a key level and will be playing a role in this next move. So if we look at what our measure move price target would be of this triangle, let's go ahead and make it purple so we can kind of see that this would be the measure move, as you guys can see right there in our triangle. And we're going ahead and clone this, and let's put one at the breakout to the upside, and then we're going to put one at the breakout to the downside. And look at where this leads us, guys. Right to our two price targets that we have outlined. The first one, if we are to break out and start closing candles above the $11,500 price range, then we could easily see a move up to this resistance level, as well as our 11,900 to 12,000 resistance range that has been playing a crucial role in Bitcoin's current trend. All along here has been calling our tops in this 12K range. And with one more move up, we'd be testing right again into that potential sell wall that they have at 12,000 before a move back down. But if we're to close candles below 11,400 and go down, our measure move price target would lead us around the $10,800 price target range that we're talking about. You could also say maybe like 10.9. If you're taking shorts, and start taking profits around like 10.9, 10.950. But a move to the downside would also be potentially confirming this trend line as new support, and then us being able to make a move higher. All right, now we are going to zoom out to the daily time frame and take a look at some of our current fib levels. And the confluence that they will play with exactly what we've been calling, because all of these levels are very significant. So the first thing I want to take a look at is our 618 of this move is right here around 11,475. So if we don't close a daily candle above this level, then we can easily retrace back down to these price targets that we've been talking about. But let's really take a look at this. So on the daily time frame, we already know two things. The first thing is if we close above, let's call it 11,500, then we'll go up to our next measure move, which is around 11,900, which if you guys remember was our exact measure move price target in the 11.9 range. So to the upside, if this is to break out, this is where you would be looking to take profits. And if we close the daily candle below this level, then we are most likely going to go down into this range. And we can see our 0.5 is around here, around the $11,100 range that has been playing such a key role. You can see how it was our liquidity zone over here that was support, flipped into resistance, and now we broke back above, and we have been holding this level as support currently. If we are to lose this level, then coming back down to our 0.382, which is right around 10,850, which is where our measured move price target to the downside is exactly also in confluence with our downward sloping trend line, where we would be looking to retest it to find support and make a move higher. So both the measured move to the price target to the downside around 10,800 and to the upside around 11,900 is very, very viable. Now, the thing that we're looking for, again, on the daily time frame, we're looking for a daily close above this level or a daily close below this level to really see where this trend might go. All right, guys, so now we need to zoom out to the weekly time frame. We do have a weekly close in 2 hours, and it is going to be very significant on whether we break out or break down from this triangle. So to begin, let's draw our fib levels on the weekly time frame and see what we can see from that. So the first thing that we can see is our 0.5 is exactly at $11,540, which is also in confluence with our 618. So if we get a weekly candle close below this level, then the likelihood to go down is much higher. Although we could start the week, come up, and then have a wick with next week's candle close below this level, confirming the downtrend. Or we could break above this level and come to our measured move price target around the 13K range, like we talked about in the last Bitcoin video. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it right now. So now I've taken off all the price levels except our 0.5 fib here on the weekly, and we can see something very, very important on the weekly time frame. First, back in 2017, look at this. It was the exact candle close of this candle. It was the exact candle close and open of this candle, and it was the open of this candle before we fell all the way down here and then came back up and retested this level with 3 weekly candles, closing all 3 of them below this price target. It sent us down all the way to 3 grand, which was about a 72.5% drop. Absolutely crazy. And then we rallied all the way back up to this level again, and even higher to the 0.618, around 13,500, and we closed all the weekly candles below it. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles all touch this level, and we had these 2 weekly candles close right below that key level. This candle even wicked up and had the close below it, and then sent us down to our next higher low that we actually created, because we created this low at 3,800 after creating our first low at around 3,150. But you can see we had about another 67% drop from this key level. And then what happened? We rallied all the way back up, and we briefly held this level as support for, we had about 4 weekly candles close above this level. And we tried holding it as support, and then we tested up into this resistance line of our triangle right here. We fell below, and now we haven't been able to break above. If we zoom in, you can see even this candle wicked up to it, closed below, and this candle even wicked higher but we are still currently looking like it's going to close below, which could be a bearish sign, even if we get one more wick up into this range and then a close below on next week's candle. This is pretty much the most significant level that Bitcoin is facing right now on the weekly time frame. Because once we start closing candles above this level, it's going to get really bullish. And with that being said, how significant the $11,500 price level is, I want to end the video off by looking at the EMA ribbons. On the daily time frame, it does look like we could have one more move to the upside, and I actually outlined this in the last video, where we could potentially be creating some sort of Elliott wave pattern. And actually, let's draw that one more time just to be able to clearly see this with the EMA ribbons again too. We'd have our A move, our B move, our C move, our D move, and then finally our E would bring us up into the 13K price levels if these bands are to get widened like they currently are looking like they want to do. If we break down and we can't find support here, then this thing will just crisscross again and start our wave to the downside. But at the current moment, it still looks like it could have one more wave to the upside. We would want to look at the 4-hour really to confirm this. And looking at the 4-hour, we are still in an uptrend, but the momentum is being lost a little bit with this consolidation. You can see how these EMA ribbons are now kind of squeezing rather than being big and stretched out to keep moving us to the upside. They are being squeezed, so if price starts to reverse here and we get rejected at our trend line again, then these things might start to crisscross and we start a wave to the downside, pretty much like this, like we had here. So we need to watch out for that. But with that being said, I just wanted to make this quick update video for you guys so you'll know our exact measure move price targets to the downside and to the upside. I'd highly recommend drawing that on your chart. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next video.